Hey everyone, AMR back again with another Dude to Brown episode. So if you saw last week, we saw that we absolutely destroyed the Vegas Raiders. They were led by Fred Warner, had a couple of moments there on their defensive side of the ball, but their offense is pretty putrid. Go ahead and advance to our next week against one of my least favorite teams in the entire NFL, playing against the Green Bay Packers, who are struggling at 5-9. It's very interesting. I know that Aaron Rodgers in this mode, I think he plays for Cincinnati if I'm not mistaken. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the scouting of players, see if we know anything else before we jump in. Okay, so looking back at last week's weekly award winners, we can see that Denzel Ward, with his 2 touchdowns, 2 fumble recoveries, and 2 tackles, was the AFC Defensive Player of the Year, and the Dolphins running back Alvin Kamara had 13 carries for 193 yards and 2 TDs. What a day for Kamara. It's kind of funny to see J.J. Watt as a left edge on the Rams. And then you have Teddy Bridgewater as quarterback of the Philadelphia. All right, let's go ahead and look at our weekly strategy here. For those of you that are wondering what's going on, I end up showing in the previous Browns episode each week at the very end what the lineup will look like for the opposing team in the next week. So I'm not going to go over that again in this one, but if you stick around for the entire episode and the week before, then you'll be able to see who we're actually playing again this week. Either that or just be patient. But looks like we're all good through practice. We have a couple players ready for upgrades. Hopefully it's someone good, and it's not. I'm not really looking to develop Strobridge. I know that he plays quite a bit on our team. But that being said, he's not going to be a guy that I'm going to be re-signing. I don't think. Got all kinds of fucking burps and shit.
And here we are at lovely Lambeau Field as we have Matt LaFleur looking to take his struggling Packers game. Look like he already lost the game there, but it's led by Dak Prescott on the offensive side of the ball. This team is looking to get back on the right track. And we have the visiting Cleveland Browns, who are just absolutely destroying the AFC this season. My God, they might be the best team in the entire NFL.
Braxton Berrios receiving the opening kickoff over into a cover 4 at Dak Prescott. It's like Darrell Williams is their running back. Okay, I switched on. For some reason, I keep thinking I'm in the Packers, which I don't know why. Trying to get some pressure there. Push him out of bounds. Number 87, Jordy Nelson's back. No, obviously not. CJ Uzama with a nice little 5-yard reception there. Trying to get some edge pressure here. Shaq Thompson with a nice little pick. Can he take it to the house? I don't think so. Jesus. Number 72 was fast as hell from the other side of the ball. Let's go ahead and run my counters. You know I love them. Looks like we're getting a little bit of pressure here off the left side, which not the end of the world, honestly. Raheem Mostert ends up falling forward for a nice little 10-yard gain. Go ahead and come back with another counter. Raheem Mostert's got daylight, and he's just not able to put it in. Oh my gosh. You got to be able to... You have to be able to score that ball. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts on that. You have to be able to just pound that right in. Okay, we have Raheem Mostert over there on the left side. Oh my God. Bro, my offensive line just got destroyed. Okay, switching over here into a passing play. I think I'm going to put OBJ on. Seems like that makes a lot of sense. He's open. Oh, Hayden Hurst, man. He was open. I just couldn't get the ball off. What do you guys think of a halfback screen on the 4-3? God, I hate that chant more than anything. Raheem Mostert gets away from one tackle, dives forward, and he is in for the touchdown. Really nice job to break that tackle. Difference between 3 and 7 in my personal opinion. Not even a personal opinion, it's just a fact at this point. Okay, so we jump out to a nice little 7-0 lead over the Green Bay Packers. Game kind of went exactly how I anticipated it, scoring on the first possession for us. Oh, J.K. Dobbins is their primary back, and Darrell Williams is their secondary back. That makes a lot more sense. I was really, really confused why they had like Darrell Williams as like their feature back. So trying to get some edge pressure again. Come on, Myles Garrett has got to get open here eventually, right? He just keeps on getting like hung up or like trying to spin on the inside. It's just not working. Khalil Mack looks like he's doing a lot of coverage on the receivers, so that's always fun. And switching over here to Khalil Mack on the outside, I have to go ahead and push back, make sure that, oh wow, it's around the middle. And he is down for maybe a yard, not even. So forcing a nice little 3 and 6 here. Got a trips right with 13 on his own on the left. Holy cow. CJ Uzama needs an entire leg replacement after that tackle. Here you go with Khalil Mack. Pursuing off to the right. Really good pursuit there by Khalil Mack. Kind of like bottling up this Packer defense or Packer offense so far. Love to see that. But Shaq Thompson, maybe a run to the left. He ends up cutting it back. Continuing this pressure right now. And Khalil Mack's got the whatever it's called. I think it's called like bang, bro. Dude, don't do it. Khalil Mack and Myles Garrett just bringing the thunder constantly. And it looks like we are going to hold the Packers to only 3. Definitely not the worst thing in the world. Ooh, my God. That looked like it might have been even short. It kind of looks like Mason Crosby kicking, right? And we get out to the 28-yard line. Pretty good return there by Kadarius Toney. I'd like to get him a little bit more involved here early on. So I think I'm going to run that play action pass and see if he can get open over the top. Typically that is Kadarius Toney, but it looks like OBJ will be the feature on the outside there. Oh my God. Bro, that DB turned on the afterburners right there. Holy cow. It looked like OBJ was pretty much open as hell, and then the DB just caught a second wind. Got to get OBJ activated, man. Just got to get him going. Trying to like push off a couple of tackles. This helps get Ripien into some confidence. Look at this run. Look at that run by Ripien, man. 1 for 15. Really, really good. I actually don't mind Ripien. I'm going to be honest. Like, he's not going to be the guy for us long term, but I mean, as an interim guy, like, pretty damn good. Timing route with OBJ was there, but inaccurate pass. Hate to see it. Go ahead and switch over into a concept. Run a nice little trap here up the gut. Raheem Mostert made the most out of that run right there. There was not a whole lot to be gained at all. Switching over here into a slant. Okay, you got Marvin Jones over the top. Oh my God. It was open. I just couldn't get it in there. Hayden Hurst with a nice little sit down and catch. I think I may have had Devontae Parker open on the outside. Just going to throw that away. That defensive, that edge pressure was a real rascal. Go ahead and do a little screen off to the left here with Raheem Mostert. I'm probably going to snip this out pretty easily. Oh, we got good blockers. Raheem Mostert's fast. We end up picking up probably 12 or 13 on the play right there. Switch over here into a power back. Get A.J. Dillon on the field and have this dude take down his former team of the Green Bay Packers. He's pushing forward and he is just shy. He's landing on the 1 yard line. Do a run to the left. So it is a weak side run. A.J. Dillon just keeps on getting stuck on his own blocks, but ends up squeaking into the end zone there, and it pays off immensely instead of going for the field goal. So we are now up to a 14-3 lead over the Green Bay Packers. If there's a team that I hate the most in this world, it's gotta be the Packers. Like, everything that I despise about a team, the Packers encompass. Encompass. They have a quarterback who is a complete dickhead. They have a front office who thinks that they're better than you. They have a fan base who, I mean, say what you want, but they're a bunch of bandwagon fans. Let's be for real. There's so many like those cheeseheads like, oh, I'm a Packer fan. Shut up. No, you're not. You're also a sore fucking loser is what you are. They just, when things are going right, they are the biggest trash talkers, but as soon as things go not their way, they're like, it was a flag, but didn't get caught. Shut up, bro. Try being a Bears fan. So freaking annoying. And so, I don't know. I hate the Packers. that relationship's never going to work. Oh my God, almost cut the route there from Bryce Callahan. Forcing a punt here. This will probably be the last possession that we have before halftime. And I'm okay with that. You know, if we can get more points on the board, that's fantastic. If not, I think that is not necessarily a loss. Kadarius Toney's going to have a nice return to only get called back on a holding or a block on the back call. Wow. The difference of 40 yards. The difference between 40 yards, man. Raheem Mostert with the counter. Get to the outside, man. There's just no way. Just going to continue running the football down this guy's throat. And Raheem Mostert's getting to the outside. Oh my God, I thought he could get to the edge. Raheem Mostert is almost averaging 10 a carry. Dude is on literal fire. A.J. Dillon has, for how big of a back he is, he gets stuck on so many of his blockers. The amount of times that he would just be like massively open. That's a bad pass. I mean, I should have like stopped my feet. Switching over here into another counter. Raheem Mostert trying to cut back there. He's like right on that edge of the 10 yards to carry. Nice little halfback dive. Raheem Mostert is just on literal fire right now. 10 a carry exactly. Do a trap. See, I don't really like that. I don't like that it's Raheem Mostert. I would have preferred that it be A.J. Dillon there. Oh, I thought Hayden Hurst could get open a little bit more than that. That was weak sauce, you know? I wanted to reward the good behavior from Raheem Mostert there and try and get him a play that would make him score. It wasn't in the cards, though. So now here we are, sitting at 3rd and goal. It's hard to see what route Kadarius Toney's running. It looks like it could be... All right, we got Hayden Hurst. I think I'm going to do a flat with Kadarius Toney. And then look at... Okay, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like when I'm on defense and I'm on like this close to the goal line, I almost always get scored on. But if I'm on offense this close to the goal line, it's really, really hard to score. I'd be curious to see what your guys' thoughts are as well. Got a timing route here from OBJ. Dude, he got hung up on that DB. He was open. I don't know how it's not a PI. It is a PI. Okay, I was going to say it has to be because he got completely held there. Go ahead and do a trap up the gut here. We could end up switching this if we wanted to. I don't know if we're going to be able to have the pressure. And Raheem Mostert carries it in for another touchdown. So we are looking really, really good in the backfield this game. Raheem Mostert's got like 85 yards on 10 carries, averaging 8.5. Dude's on fire, doing really, really well today. I don't know why I'm yawning. I really don't, because I keep on... So the Packers are going to take over here with just under 2 minutes left in the first half of play. They are in quite a bit of a hole here, and if they don't do something fat... Oh! Dude, you need to rewind that and watch what I just did with Myles Garrett. I just spin moved off of that block, and Dak Prescott ran directly into me. Bang, boy. Put my whole entire shoulder plate into his chest. Try to get like the open field hit stick. I need to get better at that. I need to understand that it's going to be like impossible to hit stick someone when you're out in space like that. It just makes so much more sense to just try and get... Oh my God. I didn't learn my lesson at all, did I? I wonder if that's going to stop the clock. It looks like it did. I would like to switch over to Dante Hightower. So I did now. Watching Uzama. Nice hold up there. Probably a holding. Braxton Berrios ends up getting injured for them. So that's a big blow for their offense, it seems like. They don't really have too many weapons. And Braxton Berrios is also their punt returner, kick returner, whatever you have it. Dude's electric in real life as well, so it makes sense why he's doing that in the game. Really good defense there. Is it going to be enough for a 4th down force? It is. And if I'm the Packers, why would you punt? Just go for the Hail Mary, man. You got 4 seconds left. What are you doing? Gonna let that go. A.J. Dillon with another Oh my God. A.J. Dillon with 2 truck sticks, and we end up getting the first down. That dude is a mobile home. He is so big. Like, look at him. He's just falling forward. If you have a chance, go ahead and look up what A.J. Dillon's thighs look like. He has the beefiest legs I've ever seen. I don't know what he squats, but it's got to be 600 plus. The dude's legs are enormous. Switching over here into a weak formation. I think I'm going to put Devontae Parker on a zig and then see what that does for Kadarius Toney doing the slant across. I think it could end up working. Probably the riskiest pass I've ever thrown in this game. I thought that Kadarius Toney was going to continue running, and he just stopped. And the DB was like, "It's my birthday." And he ended up not jumping for the ball. I think that's an easy pick. I don't understand how it wasn't, honestly. I've thrown that ball probably 15 times, and every single time it feels like that's an interception. So I think we found the outlier for sure. And we are up to a 28-3 lead over the Green Bay Packers. Things are sitting nice and pretty halfway through the third quarter here. Been doing a very good job of managing the clock in this one. Typically, we end up leaving a bit too much time on the game clock and then allowing some teams to, I don't know, maybe if like we were able to face against a team that was really, really good, then they would take more advantage of that. But so far, we've kind of had our way. Yeah, so many of you are probably a little frustrated with all the blowouts that have been happening. You got to remember, like, when I was doing the fantasy redraft, I drafted with a very particular thing in mind. I think my first 3 or 4 picks in a complete redraft. That's not true because I got David Bakhtiari. David Bakhtiari was pretty high. But like the first couple of my picks were all defense. Like, I was beefing up that defensive core. And I feel like in video games, especially, if you have a standout stellar defense, then your offense doesn't really need to do a whole lot, you know? Like, I think we're averaging a touchdown a game on defense. It's something absurd like that. We're like kicking ass on defense, and our offense is like, you know, it's okay. There was a milestone that I saw at the bottom a couple minutes ago for Kevin Stefanski to get a total of 4,000 yards on offense, and we're not even there yet. And it's like week 15 or 16. So that should just tell you like how dominant. What the hell? That should just tell you how dominant our defense has been thus far. I'm not really sure what happened there. It looked like Jarvis Landry kind of got a stinger, and then he just stumbled forward and kept stumbling forward. There was no one else to clean him up, which was so dumb. They're kind of killing us by 1,000 cuts here. Gotta be careful. Really good tackle there by Khalil Mack. Just threw him to the ground there from Hayden Hurst. Go ahead and switch over here into a man blitz. I'm going to try and get some edge pressure off the left edge here with Myles Garrett, and Dak Prescott folds like a paper dragon. So now we have Khalil Mack running out of the center. I think it could be a run. It's not. Got to watch that little cut route. And nice little reception there to Jarvis Landry, converting for the first down. And that is going to bring the third quarter to a close. Currently still sitting pretty at a 28-3 lead over the Green Bay Packers. I'm going to go ahead and blitz up the gut. And we end up getting the sack there on Dak Prescott. I almost got tripped up just enough by my own guy, ironically. And it didn't seem to matter. We ended up getting the tackle anyway. Trying to get forced back inside is going to be a 3rd and 7. So I think now we switch over into that man blitz coverage again. You have to trust your DBs. The DBs are the wide receivers on the Packers team are nothing special. So I think that you have to just trust the fact that you have some stellar corners and secondary. So just trust. Okay, I'm rewatching number 12 here. Oh my God. That was almost a completed pass there. Ball was up in the air for a while. Let's go ahead and do our old faithful, old reliable. Let's see if OBJ can get a nice little reception here to get some stats up on our passing game. Good defense there by OBJ. I switched on and then just tried to pass block or break up the pass rather. Kind of having a Carson Wentz type of a game right now. By that I mean winning by a large margin and only having less than 100 yards passing on the day. AJ Dillon gets up to almost 30 yards on the day on 7 carries. Like I said, he's not the most dominant running back, but he is a tank. Falling forward there for a nice little gain. I think that was a 17-yard carry right there. Love to see that out of the big guy. I'm going to switch over here and try and get Devontae Parker the ball. Yep, it wasn't open. Oh my, did he catch that? He caught that? Do a nice little power run. Get AJ Dillon up the gut. Robert Quinn. Dude got his whole arm twisted backwards. I think it's a lower back injury. The game makes it look super awkward whenever a guy hurts his back. Oh yeah, all out. I knew it as soon as I saw him get stuck on that guy. As soon as I saw him get stuck, I was like, I could aim my stick all the way to the left and it's not going to mean shit. He is going to throw this ball on the right shoulder. It's just something that the game does for whatever reason. Good tackle there. Braxton Berrios looks like he's back in the game. It wouldn't be a game that I'm playing without me throwing at least one interception. So there you go. CJ Uzama catching the ball and falling out of bounds there. We are approaching halfway point here through the fourth quarter. Green Bay needs to convert on this set of downs if they want to have any type of a chance in this one. CJ Uzama gets taken down but stays inbounds, so the clock is going to continue to roll here. A little surprised that Green Bay has not elected to take a timeout. And look at that. That actually ran off quite a bit of time. I think that they need those timeouts in order to... Oh, that was pretty close. That was pretty close. And Akeem Hicks is down. I don't even know if Akeem Hicks has signed again with the Chicago Bears. I think that he might be a free agent, and they're kind of thinking about whether or not they want to re-sign him. He's a really, really good lineman. And Green Bay is going to convert. I tried diving at the ankles there of Dak Prescott with, I want to say it was Myles Garrett off the edge, but he just wasn't able to catch the shoestring, and Dak Prescott made a good throw on the run. Green Bay closes the deficit to an 18-point game. Apologies, my watch keeps on going off. Anytime I get an email from work or whatever, my watch likes to have a fit. That was way too close. That was way too close. I wasn't paying attention, and it looked like Green Bay ran an onside kick there. I was not prepared, obviously. And so we end up taking over on downs here, or we end up taking over on the play. And we are sitting in their own half right now with plenty of time on the game clock. Got to try and be smart with the game ball, and I think that that'll do it, actually. Picking up the first down there was pivotal to us being able to close out this game. Go ahead and switch into a run if I can. AJ Dillon just fighting forward. He's getting close to 100 yards also. Put Marvin Jones on a slant, or on a fade. OBJ's open. Catch it in the end zone, and that is going to do it for this game. That breaks everything completely wide open. Nothing better than making all these cheddar heads go home with a big frown on their face saying that some flag on the field cost us the game. Really? 35-10. I don't know. I'm just trying to imitate what them little... I was going to say some real bad shit right there. Just trying to imitate what that fan base sounds like. It all just sounds like... to me. I hate them. So here we are. We have a cover 2. And I'm going to try and sit in the middle of the field here with Deontay Hightower. If they tried to just like nickel and dime us across the middle, I'm totally fine with that. Keeping them inbounds, it's going to make them burn all their timeouts. They're getting close to the 2-minute warning here. This is actually probably going to take us down to the 2-minute warning with runoff. And it does, and we are sitting at 35-10 here at Lambeau Field with the Packers marching down the field. They are still in their own half. We have plenty of time. Like, come back if they end up scoring. Okay, that guy I hit sticked him, and it looked like he just took one arm and swiped it across his body and pushed off the hit stick. Our biggest thing right now has to be keeping them inbound. I'm not worried by any means. That's the dumbest play call. Is that the Dallas Cowboys play call? Oh my God, that's so dumb. Why would you do that? Maybe they're just throwing in the white flag now. Dante Hightower absolutely clotheslining. It looks like Braden Cooks possibly. That was real close, man. I think he was in front of the line there, and it's not going to count. It's going to be intentional, or not intentional grounding, but I don't remember what it's called. I'm glad they made the game realistic, and that Dak Prescott doesn't know how to win football games when the game's on the line. J.K. Dobbins juking out ghosts on the field right now. Almost a pick there by our defense. Dak Prescott is just shy of 250 yards on the day. He may end up getting it. I'm not going to be too surprised if he does. I'm playing pretty passive defense right now, allowing him to just kind of walk into the end zone if he really, really wants. Actually, that being said, I don't think he's going to be able to. He's on the 10-yard line, and he's got 13 to go. Oh, I'll take it any day. This Packer team just won't die. They have closed the deficit down to a 35-17 point game. And this time around, I think I'm going to be ready for the onside kick. And of course, they're not. Kadarius Toney taking it out of the end zone, scared as hell. Dude, could you imagine the feeling of aloneness that he had to have on that play? I mean, I'm going to try and score again. I hate the Packers, so I'm all game. Kyle Ripien has 110 or 111 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. How are you going to put 1 second on the play clock right there? And that is going to bring this game to a complete close. Matt LaFleur takes his notes and throws it on the ground like a little bitch. And that is going to bring this game to a close. You can see the stat line that Raheem Mostert, 12 for 107. OBJ, 4 for 52. Devontae Parker, 0 for 0. I'm glad that they chose to put him in there instead of A.J. Dillon, who had probably close to 70 yards. Ripien had 110 yards with 3 touchdown passes, completing less than 60%, whereas on the other side of the ball, Dak Prescott was killing us by 1,000 cuts, getting a 78% completion, 247 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and that is the game. Gotta love seeing your quarterback getting a player upgrade at a 59 overall. I'm going to be honest, though. Brett Ripien's playing phenomenal for only being a 59 overall in the game. Are you kidding me? It's normal dev. I mean, guy's playing way better than I think any one of us would have projected. We do have one new injury report. It's probably the Akeem Hicks injury. The length of 4 weeks with an abdominal tear. Don't like to see that at all. Looks like him and Big Ben are going to be out unless we make the Super Bowl. But next week we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that roster looks like. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that Tyrann Mathieu is their free safety. And I think that they also might have Minka. Okay, so they do have Tyrann Mathieu. They have Jeffrey Simmons, Josh Jacobs, Laramie Tunsil, A.J. Brown, Justin Herbert. Okay, so it's starting to come back to me now. This is a divisional game. So it's one that we should be familiar with, having already played them once. But we have next week and then the following week, and then it's playoff time, baby. So as always, if you enjoyed today's content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Helps me out a ton. I'll catch you next time. See you.